The 1988 Volvo 740 has developed failing engine mounts. This video will be a step-by-step procedure on replacing such. You want to pop the hood, have a look at the car, become acquainted with the area where you're going to be working. I actually cleaned the area a couple days before this, trying to get some of the grease off the area where I'd be working. Also, if you live in rust-prone areas, a few days before, also squirt all the bolts down with some sort of penetrant to give yourself a fighting chance. I hear some of these bolts, when they get rusty, can be quite the bear. Okay, here I am, opening the hood fully, having a good look at everything. 6-point sockets will be your friend through this job. Don't use anything else. Don't risk stripping out the bolts. Also, you'll need a different collection of extensions and one of these wobbly things. Can't remember what they're called, but they help. As you can see, the motor mounts are tucked down in there pretty good, especially if it's a turbo car or has air conditioning. You will be working under the car, so jack it up, do it safely, chock the wheels, use good jack stands. You'll need to get to the bottom of the car. If your car is equipped with a belly pan, remove it. This car, 2 13mm bolts releases it. Once it's removed, you can have a good look at the under guts of your vehicle. And here you can actually now see the passenger side motor mount. I think I'll circle it so we can have a good look at it, but there it is. Now these bolts are really hard to get to. Just make sure that you got a good tight fit on them. You don't want to strip these out. Some are easily accessed from the bottom and some from the top. Here on the driver's side, this one was a bugger. It was right next to the air conditioning, one of the air conditioning lines. But with perseverance, I got it free. Once you have them all removed, you need to lift the motor using a hoist. You don't need to lift it all the way out, of course, but you need to lift it up high enough to be able to access the motor mounts. Be careful because you can screw up your heater lines. And here I have them removed and I'm playing with them because that's what I do. Old parts and whatnot. Once you have the motor mounts removed, you need to remove them from the bracket. Each bracket is different from driver's side to passenger side. These were authentic Volvo motor mounts. I do believe they might have been original. I don't know. Here's some part numbers for all of you part number freaks. Once assembled to the brackets, the new motor mounts, you can work at reversing the whole process that we just committed to. Once they're somewhat tightened up, you can lower the motor back down. I'm having a heck of a time showing it here, but this motor was not the original motor, and when they installed it, they actually ran this power steering line the wrong way. And when the motor mounts failed, they were actually squishing this line. So I rerouted it to where it can, if that ever happens again, it will not be squishing that line. It was actually squished between the subframe and the oil pan. And I was having all sorts of strange problems with my steering as the motor mounts continued with their disintegration. And here's a look at my transmission mount. I also changed this. This thing was toast. So it's good maybe to look into your motor mounts and your transmission mounts. My car rides a lot smoother. Thanks for watching, subscribing, and all that. And here's some footage from the IPD garage sale. Enjoy. Thanks.
It's got a, you can take pictures of it and then send me the, this one's an angle, but the shifter roll is like, yeah, right under on the, I can't give it very much of it. That shows that I'm not. It really doesn't need that big of a turbo. It's gotta, I mean, come on. Let's do it.
It's a heavier motor, fuck it.
Fuck it, yeah.
I just like the fact that it's sort of a sleeper, you know.
Exactly.
You never know.